folks, and welcome to another edition of the Midway Eagles Sports Show, a show about, refresh my memory,
Midway Sports.
Midway Eagles Sports.
Midway
Eagles Sports.
Midway
Yes,
Eagles Sports,
it's a very concise title. I'm glad we came up with it. I'm Clay Cunningham. This is Dylan Brown. We're recapping not the most jam-packed week in terms of events, but a pretty eventful one here at Midway. 2 dominant tournament wins. Like a basic buzzer beater in soccer, and arguably the most penalized game in the history of American sport. All of that we're going to get to in this show, but we'll start on a positive side with the 2 dominant tournament wins, first of which coming from the women's golf team. We kind of teased that they had won 3 consecutive River States fall previews in a row.
Make that 4.
Make that 4. Arn Anderson style, baby, with the 4 fingers. A just very convincing 20-stroke win over St. Mary of the Woods and Indiana East.
Well, Indiana East actually, we had a snafu.
Oh, this is breaking news.
Snafu in the system. I was able to adjust your recap, which was great, by the way. Go check out the recap.
Well, now, yeah,
well done. IU East actually beat them by 25. So we had a correction minor snafu in the spike mark software, which I got to use this past week with that.
Well, an embarrassing faux pas on my part, but a great showing by our Midway Eagles.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's didn't shoot the scores that we had hoped. I know after the first round, I talked to Coach Smith and you shoot a 329 in that first round, and you're up 12 shots, and you think, we're doing pretty good. We're up 12. No. Coach was pretty upset that 329 probably. I think he sees this team as a 315 team. Is the way he sees this team. But with that said, to go out there and to go win by 20 shots in dominating fashion like they did was very impressive. That even if you don't have your best stuff, you can still go out and win. But gonna need to be better than that, I think, in the spring to win in the spring. But from what I've heard about Glade Springs, new golf course for the ladies, and then also for the guys next week. Very nice course. It's a very nice course. We'll see how nice it is.
You'll be on the scene,
and we'll see how nice it is in April when it's in West Virginia. It's going to be a little cold. It's going to be a little cold.
It's bound to happen, but it's
bundle up. Bundle up.
Good planning ahead. But we had our first medalist. Actually, we've won this for 4 years. We had our first medalist. It's Catherine Lawler in 2016. Peyton Schechter shot a 158. 5 people in the top 12.
Yeah.
Is it fair to say that Otis Smith knows what he's doing? My assessment, yes.
Hey, I think if we could find that clip of the video where he pulls off all the rings that we used at the Midways last year, he as that Michael Jordan picture is or something.
I've not seen that picture myself. I look for it, but if you need further confirmation, the men are going for a 4th next week.
The men, yep.
If it's hinging on that, personally, I think it's unfair. But you know what?
It's very unfair.
He's got a great chance.
I think it would be very unfair.
Really
but Peyton Schechter, shout out to her. First win of her collegiate career, so really happy for her. Also, shout out to Marissa Phillips, who was named RSC Golfer of the Week.
Are we bound to have a second in a row? I don't know how you can't give it to somebody who handily wins a conference tournament.
I'd say we're in pretty good shape with that one, but we'll see. Yes. We'll see how it goes.
Do the right thing, River State's SIDs.
Do the right thing.
But yeah, that's one dominant win, and to kind of continue a season. But now we're going into another dominant win to open a season. Our Western team went to the Morehead State shows. Got 11 wins by 8 different riders. Yep. Now this will not always be the case. I will learn. I'm new to equestrian. I can acknowledge on camera I'm in completely over my head.
You mean equestrian westrian?
Equestrian westrian. Which, well, you know what? This week we were equestrian bestern. Yeah! But anyway, you take the lead. I still actually need to get the papers.
I was going to say, you might need those papers.
Entertain the folks while I'm on.
But no, great showing for Connor Smith's team. It was great showing. I know he was very nervous going into that into that show. Kind of a lot of newcomers to the team, but no, they came out and they absolutely dominated that, and Clayton's back now. So, and then also Jordan Shower, got to give a shout out to. She was high point rider both days, so absolutely terrific showing by that team. A couple of riders qualified for regionals as well. I think it was Sadie
Tulloch and Chase Somerville.
Sadie Tulloch and Chase Somerville. So congratulations to them. I know now Connor, I've texted with him a couple times, and I'm sure he's probably going to watch the show. And if you're not watching the show, what are you doing?
If you feel everyone icing you out on campus, that's why. Because you can't. I mean, this is the only. Not to be arrogant. This is the only thing anybody's talking about.
Only show anyone's talking about. I mean, you're missing the water cooler talk, as Clayton mentioned in the first show. You can't be missing the water cooler talk.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, don't. But I know Connor is already worried about the next show, and I told him, I said, Connor, enjoy this one. Worry about the next one whenever you get within like a week of it. So
dominate 2 days in a row.
Dominate 2 days in a row.
You can enjoy that. Especially
enjoy that one.
They got a long. It's like not even till November. I think
it's a very long break now. So now that gives him a chance to kind of assess his team. Not that I don't think he wants to make any changes, but maybe we can have Connor and maybe someone join us on a later spin-off show of this, which
basically just spend like half an hour explaining the sport to me.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, my introduction to competitive horse riding was the Full House series finale, where Michelle falls off a horse and gets amnesia. So I mean, you can understand how that would scare someone off.
It's equestrian is different. It's one that I've learned more about in my years that I've been here. So if you ever get a chance to make it out to their shows, I know Hunt Seat and Western both have two. Well, Western technically has one home show, but both we have two on campus. So definitely try and make it out to one of those shows.
I will.
I would, yes.
And you should too.
Yes, you should too.
So that's like those are the highlights. Moving on, our sprint football team.
Wait a second, flag on the play.
Oh.
Flag on the play.
Yeah. Oh, mercy! Is that a recurring theme? Yeah, we'll dive into that. Maybe we'll go into a little bit the game itself. Our boys, we talked last week, had their first ever win. This week, went to Fontbonne. Struggled offensively, actually had less than 100 yards. Managed to have the lead in the third quarter, but gave it back. Ended up losing 20-13. Yeah, we'll get into the most noteworthy thing, but just the game itself.
The game itself. Offense really sluggish in that first half. I think Fontbonne kind of really keyed on Matthew Young, I think, a lot, who rushed for 140 yards in that opener. I think we need to make sure we're getting him in a position that he can get out in space, make some people miss. Matthew's very athletic, so didn't get on the board until a 100-yard pick six.
Really, like 105.
It was like 105. Yeah. Stats say 100. I don't. He says 105. We're stats people.
I believe the broadcast said that too.
We're stats people.
Yes.
But no, 105-yard interception return for a touchdown. He intercepts it, and then it's like, okay, you're going to take a knee, right? Nope.
And untouched. Savion Lyle Burney, our player of the week.
Yes, our McTribe McDonald's Sprint Football Player of the Week. Thank you, McDonald's, McTribe McDonald's, for sponsoring our Player of the Week. So, yeah.
But even took the lead, got our one drive. I think we had one drive through the third quarter that gained double-digit yards. We had a 49-yard drive. That was a turnover on downs. That turnover on downs, and then we got to stop and then put together a 61-yard drive on a Damian Miller touchdown pass from Connor Baker.
Yep.
Next drive forced Fontbonne into 3rd and 13, offsides penalty. Next play, busted coverage. Led to a touchdown.
Penalty?
Last score, and yes, what a segue here.
There was a penalty.
It's shocking that this game turned on a penalty. Yes, here's the stat of the game. So this one, 38 penalties. 38 penalties, 385 yards. I'll say, like, I don't actually have a question this week. I know you're probably skeptical because I pulled that whole psych thing on you a couple weeks ago.
You did.
I don't have an actual question. I've got plenty of trivia here, though. I didn't know how to morph this into a question that would.
I was wondering. I was trying to think last night. I was like, all right. We're probably going to get a penalty trivia question.
Well, it's,
tomorrow.
I mean, yes, no, but I couldn't think of one that was like, this is not really fair to think he would know this without looking it up. But, like, so the MSFL is only a year old, so it's not a lot. But the previous record was 27 flags for 275 yards. Now, 110 yards in a game, penalty-wise, it's not like an inordinate sum. It's a decent amount.
It's a decent amount, yes.
This game beat the previous record by 110 yards, and it goes deeper than that. Fontbonn's 21 flags for 248 yards. That was a league record. Both were league records.
League records, yeah.
Midway had the third most penalties ever at 17 for the fourth most yards at 137. Every previous record also featured Fontbonne, by the way.
I noticed that.
Quincy had 18 flags for 202 yards in the aforementioned 27 to 275 game, and then Fontbonne had 150 yards against us last year. So that third quarter ended yet? I feel like I've seen like high school.
I mean, that third quarter seemed like it took forever. I was out driving around running errands, and I was gone, and third quarter was getting started, and then came back, and third quarter's still going on. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, it felt like a 13-10 baseball game.
Yeah.
But if you allow me, I do think I have a potential positive spin to put on this.
I'm ready for positive.
So
big week coming up for spring football.
Yes. The NFL record for penalty yards in a game is actually 212.
Okay.
Which is a lot less than 248. But that was done by the 1999 Titans in a game they won against the Baltimore Ravens. If you remember correctly, the 1999 Titans played in the Super Bowl. Lost, Kevin Dyson, like that. So if you're Fontbonne, you're 2-0, you're thinking, we get there. Even better from the Midway perspective.
No, Midway perspective.
The Baltimore Ravens, the team they beat in that game, won the Super Bowl next year. Now, I'm not saying don't play the season. Just bring the trophy to Hunter Fieldhouse. I mean,
bring it on.
If that's not a perfect omen, I don't know what is. But, before we get to that, our boys are after another trophy, the Bourbon Barrel.
The Bourbon Barrel.
The big rivalry game.
Battle for the Bourbon Barrel against Bellarmine.
Yes, that will be at Western Hills High School this week. If you want more information, shameless plug, there's a recap.
Preview story.
Yes, recap, not a recap, a preview story.
I was going to say, you already wrote the recap.
Yes, I did.
Nice job, Clayton.
I have great intuition, but that will be
all right.
On Midway. Go midwayeagles.com either like within the close vicinity of when you're watching this or beforehand. So if you can't find it at some point, you're just not looking.
You're not looking.
That's we're looking to bring the barrel to Midway for the first time.
Need to bring that barrel home.
But another one, our last, I guess, well, not last, but women's soccer back from their 16-month sabbatical. Improved their record to 3-0 and won their River States opener at West Virginia Tech in just about the most exciting way possible.
Yeah, that one was. I was watching the live stats because I had something else. I try and watch when I can, but I can't always watch. But I was watching stats and I seen that we scored, and I was like, we scored. It was like the game's been scoreless for 89, basically 90 minutes by now. I mean, I was kind of almost expecting the tie, but no, said Anna Knisley and Haley Applegate. They teamed for that one.
That was a great pass by Haley. The broadcast said there was a 109. The stats say there were 39 seconds left. But, I mean, that was a gorgeous pass. And Anna...
Perfect pass. And she
what a perfect time to score your first career goal. I mean, you got just a step and pushed it in. And... So that's that's going to be the highlight. But I think the thing to talk about with this team is their defense. First of all, we had second time in 3 weeks. Technically, I think we'd say back to back because we didn't play the previous week. The second time we had a goalie win Defensive Player of the Week.
That's right.
Yasmin Shalash. Is that it? Shalash?
Yeah, Shalash.
Shalash. Well, regardless.
Shalash. Yes.
Even if I said it wrong, she's an award winner. She doesn't need to hear what two doofuses on the internet are saying about her. She's got the hardware. But obviously, very small sample size. We've only played 3 games. There are teams in the NIA who have played as many as 11. But the one goal we have allowed, best mark in the country. So
That's right.
we do
Here.
We do have the number one scoring defense in the country.
In Midway, Kentucky.
And really our goals per game average is tied for fourth. So that's also, 3 and 11 different, but
yeah,
it's a great start. Yes, it's, I mean, it's still, 3-0, 1 goal allowed. You're not going to complain about that. And they got a chance to. Yeah, I love that. Oh, I love NAI scheduling. After one game in 21 days,
21 days,
they now get 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
They play at Rio on Thursday, looking to 4-0, 2-0,
2-0 in conference play. That'd be a big boost. And then they also have St. Mary of the Woods on Saturday, I believe, right? St. Mary of the Woods, and then Berea. For a little Sunday matinee soccer. So
side note, what's the latest game-winning goal you've ever seen? Not counting like overtime or PKs.
So I actually saw it here. Mm-hmm. It was Joe Jessup back in our first year of men's soccer. He scored with like 5 seconds left. You do your countdown. Your 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And I'm doing the countdown, and all I hear is just loud cheers. And I'm like, what in the world happened? I missed my chance to really get into it and be like, goal! I really missed my chance on that one. That one was the latest one that I've seen. That one got us the win. And I can't remember. I want to say it was against Asbury in a conference match back when Asbury was within the River State. So that's the latest one that I've seen. What about
you? The 2019 North Dakota Class A Girls State Tournament 3rd place game. I saw West Fargo Cheyenne beat Fargo Davies with 1 second to go. Now,
I couldn't.
Had that been for the actual state championship, that would rank as maybe top 5 moment I've seen live all time.
Absolutely.
3rd place game, still great, but but yes, that was quite a thriller to see.
Absolutely.
They're going to get more than just a cursory shout out here at the end. eSports, League of Legends, and Overwatch teams both went 2-0 last week.
Right.
We don't get a lot of stats, but I know Hunter Yeager had 26 kills without a death for the Overwatch team.
I don't know. That seems pretty good.
Well, I don't like. Yeah, this is another one I'm out of my depth. But I want to be like courteous. Like I want to do it right. One because you're supposed to want to do it right, but also I got full eligibility left. If we ever have like a Tecmo Super Bowl or a Super Contra team, I'll be personally hurt if I'm. And I'm not saying it will affect the way I cover your teams if I'm snubbed, but let's not go down that road, Alyssa.
No, don't do that.
I'm talking right to you, but yeah, eSports.
Jake, I hope you're ready to run some eligibility here on Clayton. By the way, and if we bring back Mario Kart, I'm there. I am there for some Mario Kart. If we bring back some
these are
Mario
just
Kart.
national championships that need to just be pouring in to Midway if we do the right thing.
I agree.
But
couldn't agree more.
That's what we got this week. Very busy next few days.
Really?
I think
you don't say.
I think you'll notice we put the schedule graphic at the end. Normally I just have the pillars. Our Saturday actually had to be broken into 2 pillars. That's everything we got going. But it's a lot of opportunities for people to come see their Midway Eagles.
That's right. We got bowling back in action, equestrian hunt seat, or hunt seat equestrian. Whichever way you say it, whichever way is good for you, is good for me. They open their season this weekend at the University of Louisville shows. So excited to see our teams compete this week. I know it's a busy weekend between Friday night volleyball, Saturday soccer and football, and then Sunday soccer. But hopefully we can see our teams get some wins this weekend.
Absolutely.
Hope we can get to that point this weekend.
Well, thanks, Dylan. You know what? I think this was another rockin' show. Hopefully we'll be presented in the right definition this week. I don't know what happened last week. Blame the editor, but we're still working, folks. But thank you for watching, and
we'll see you next week.
Bye.